Hey you, come here. What if I told you that there's a way that you could retire on the beach, sipping mojitos, by doing absolutely nothing, except for that you have to start investing into dividend stocks today? I'm Zeke, and welcome to the Dream Green Show. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys my plan on retiring before the age of 60, way before the age of 60, by investing into dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are by far the easiest way of creating passive income by investing into these companies. They pay back their investors through the form of dividends just from investing into their company. They do it either monthly, quarterly, or semi-annually. And today I'm going to show you guys 3 different stocks on how you could retire in a whole nother country somewhere on the beach, enjoying the rest of your life by investing into these 3 different dividend stocks. I'm going to give you guys 3 different situations and show you guys about how much you need in these 3 different companies in order to retire before you turn 60. But before we dive into it, this video is brought to you by Webull. Sign up now by clicking the link down in the description, deposit $100, and now you can receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. With those 2 free stocks, you could keep them inside the platform and decide to use it, or you could sell those 2 free stocks and withdraw all of your money. It's literally free money. Also, I left a link down in the description to Coinbase. That is by far the easiest way to buy and sell cryptocurrency. But enough talking, let's go ahead and dive straight into this video. Welcome back, dreamers. Here we are inside my Robinhood account. I'm sitting around $58,000, and over the last year I'm up 22%. That's around $10,670. So yes, I have been reinvesting my dividends back into these dividend paying companies in order for me to generate more passive income. That is called the compound effect, or as we like to call it, the snowball effect. So let me show you guys what 3 companies we're going to use in order for us to retire early just from using dividends, and then we're going to go through the whole situation on this cool concept that I found in order for me to retire on the beach somewhere. So the first company we're going to look at is AGNC. I'm actually already investing into them. I have 100 shares. AGNC is a monthly paying dividend stock. That means they pay out every single month in their dividends, and they have a pretty high dividend yield. I have 102 shares, by the way, worth around $2,000-ish. I'm up $454, but I probably made a lot more than that from dividends. They have a dividend yield right here of 7.7%. That means over the course of a year, you should regain around like 7.7% worth of dividends of whatever you have invested into their stock. So just keep in mind, the stock market usually goes up around 6 to 8% every single year, and they have a dividend yield of 7.7%. So you're going to be collecting the dividend yield of 7% plus any growth from this company. Now, it's not going to have any major growth because it is a real estate REIT. That means they pay out most of their taxable income, their profits, back to their investors. That's why real estate REITs pay so much. So let's go over to the second stock we're going to take a look at, and that's Coca-Cola. They have a smaller dividend yield, but their growth for that company is pretty well known. Everyone knows Coca-Cola. Here we are on Coca-Cola. I'm up 4% on Coca-Cola. They have a dividend yield which is a lot lower. It's 2.96%, but that is pretty high when it comes to Fortune 500 companies. 2.96% is an awesome dividend yield. And remember, you're going to be making this over the course of a year by doing absolutely nothing. And when I'm retiring on the beach, I don't want to have to look at the market. I don't want to have to do any technical analysis. I just want to collect these dividends every single month or every quarter. Coca-Cola is a quarterly paying dividend stock. That means they pay out 4 times a year, every 3 months. So Coca-Cola growth over the last 5 years, of course, after the pandemic, before the pandemic, that was up 32% over the last 5 years, and then right after the pandemic, they're still up, but not as much. They're up 23%. So they've been growing around 5-ish% every single year over the last 5 years. It's Coca-Cola. They're not going anywhere, guys. And then the last one we're going to look at is a more risky stock, but their dividend yield is through the roof. It's Frontline. They're an oil and tanking company. They ship their oils. I'll read it to you in a bit, but they have a crazy dividend yield of 19.86%. It is insane, guys. Right now, over the last 5 years, they're down, so you could be buying it on the dip, as you would call it. At one point in time, Frontline was a $100 stock, $200 stock. But you guys all know how oil and gas have been playing in the future of Earth. So oil and gas have been on the decline, but right now when it comes to electricity, you still need oil and gas in order to produce electricity. Even if there's still building facilities, you're going to use oil and gas to build these electric facilities. So oil and gas is probably not going to go anywhere our lifetime, but eventually it's going to fade out. But hey, while it's still here, we got to make some money. So here it goes. Frontline is an international shipping company which engaged in the ownership and the operation of oil and product tankers. So hey, if we're trying to retire early, we're going YOLO with this 19% dividend yield. So let's go ahead and pull up the exact location of where I'm going to retire and how much we need invested in any of these stocks in order to retire before the age of 60. Welcome back, dreamers. Here we are on the median income by country. Now the trick is that the cost of living in America is actually pretty high. So what we want to do, we want to retire somewhere. We want to take as many vacations as we can. Find a place that we really love that's actually cheaper to live every single year than it is to live in America. Some places in America, you have to live off a $70,000 income inside of New York. Other places like Texas, all you really need is around $40,000. But the average median in America, let's take a quick look at it right quick. If we scroll down, these are the top most expensive places to live. Norway's up at the top at $51,000 every single year, while America is at $43,000 every single year to live. Now, give or take, it's a difference in between living in Texas and a difference in between living in LA and New York City. So, but the average median across the United States is $43,000. Now, you will have to have millions of dollars invested into the stock market, invested into dividend paying companies in order to retire in America and live comfortable with $43,000. You would have to have with $43,000 in dividends every single year. You have to have millions of dollars invested. So what I did, I've been all around the world, guys, and one place that I really fell in love with, that I absolutely love visiting, is Cabo, Mexico. So let's scroll all the way down and see how much does it cost to live in Cabo, Mexico. Just scrolling down, we're going to look at Mexico right quick, and you guys can find any place that you want to live. Portugal has been an amazing one. I'm not sure if you can have dual citizenship in Portugal, but they do speak a lot of English in Portugal. So a lot of the fire movement people are retiring in Portugal because all you need is around $16,000 every single year. But let's look for Mexico. In Mexico, all we need is around $11,680, right? Every single year. That is the median income for Mexico. But you know, Mexico is just like the United States. Every city is different to live. So I zoomed in a little bit more and went to Cabo. The expenses to live in Cabo, Mexico, Cabo San Lucas. This place is just awesome, guys. If you haven't been there, go check it out. The beaches are amazing. The food is great. The drinks is, give me one of them Moscow mules, mojitos. I'm telling you, the tequila in Mexico is completely different than the tequila in the United States. And you could get that pure white Hennessy. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's scroll down and look at the living expenses for Cabo San Lucas. All right, so here we go. To live in Cabo San Lucas, you need, for a 3-bedroom duplex, $1,500 a month, $75 in utilities, blah, 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 blah. So your monthly expensive on the low end is going to be $1,056 every single month. But if we're retiring, living on the beach, we don't want to just barely squeak by. All right, we want to enjoy our retirement. So on the high end, it's going to be around $2,737 every single month. So over the course of the year in dividends, we will have to make around $12,600 on the low end, and on the high end, we'll have to make around $30,000 in dividends every single year. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the dividend yield of AG&C, 7.7%. We're going to take the dividend yield of Coca-Cola of 2.96%. And we're going to take the dividend yield of FRO Frontline of 19.86% and see exactly how much do we need invested into these three companies in order to retire in Cabo San Lucas, drinking tequila, living off our dividends, getting paid by doing absolutely nothing. How much do we need invested? And the answer might surprise you. I'm telling you guys, if you guys really focus in on this investing journey, You can do anything that you want to do. It might not be in the city or state that you want to be in, but hey, retiring on the beach is a lot of people's dreams. If you want to retire on a farm somewhere, I'm pretty sure there's somewhere on earth that you could retire in and live your dream. So let's go ahead and pull up exactly how much we need invested. All right, here we go on my handy dandy calculator. The first one we're going to take a look at is AGNC. So on the low end, we need around $12,600. AGNC has the dividend yield of 7.7%. So we're going to divide that by 7.77%. Hit enter. And on the low end, to retire in Mexico, and to retire in Cabo, we need around $163,000. Now, to live like a king in Cabo, let's see exactly how much we need. Remember, we need around $30,000 to live like a king in Cabo. We're going to divide that by 0.077. And this is the number we're really shooting for, guys. This number right here. We need around $389,000 invested into AGNC, which is a monthly paying dividend stock, in order to retire in Cabo and live off our dividends by doing absolutely nothing. I can tell you guys right now, with the stock market going up 6 to 8% every single year, and with AGNC having a dividend yield of 7.7%, it'll take around $200 invested into the stock market every single week for around the next 12 to 15 years in order for your account to reach $389,000, guys. I've been doing it. I've been doing it for what 4 years, and I'm closing in on $60,000. So the exponential curve will grow even faster as I get more stocks accumulated inside my stock market, but it's definitely achievable. You don't have to slave yourself for the next 40 to 45 years of working in order for you to just retire in the same home you've been working out of for the last 45 years. So 389K is not impossible. So let's take a look at Coca-Cola and see how that turns out. Coca-Cola on the low end of living on $12,600. We're gonna divide that by Coca-Cola dividend yield, which is 2.96%, 296. And in order to retire in Mexico, and in order to retire in Cabo on the low end, in Coca-Cola, you'll need around $425,000 invested to just live off your dividends. But Coca-Cola do grow a lot faster than AGNC do, so you will have made more money through capital gain from Coca-Cola going up, but you just won't have as much in dividends. So you could collect your dividends and sell off shares of Coca-Cola since you made so much profit over the last 10, 15, 20 years, and you could do that as well. But just to live off your dividends, you need around $425,000. And on the high end, this is gonna blow you guys' minds right here, 0.0296. You'll need around $1 million. I know I typed it in wrong. Let me do it one more time. 0.0296. Yeah, you'll need around $1 million in order to live like a king in Cabo and just live off your dividends. So let's take a look at the last one, Frontline, that has the highest dividend yield of 19.86%. 12,600 times divided by 0.1986. You'll need around $63,000 to live on the low end. With the high dividend yield of 19.86%, you'll need around $63K in order to retire in Cabo and just, enjoy your life. But once again, I'm almost there. I'm almost at 60K. So if I was to sell all my stocks, put it into Frontline, hey man, I could just go and live my dream right now. Like I was telling you guys, it's not impossible. Frontline is a little bit more risky because their dividend yield is so high that in fact, they have cut their dividends more they've increased their dividends, but they've cut their dividends more than Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a dividend king. That means they increase their dividend payments every single year for the last 50 years. That's what a dividend king is. Now, Frontline, they cut their dividends twice over the last 5 years, and they raised their dividends twice over the last 5 years. So it's a little inconsistent, but if you're trying to YOLO and just live off your dividends, Frontline is looking like a winner. And to live like a king over in Cabo San Lucas, 0.1986, you need around $151,000 invested into the stock market, into Frontline. collecting dividends at 20% in order to live like a king over in Cabo San Lucas. And there you go, guys. That is by far the easiest way to retire early, is to just pack your stuff, get up and move. All right. I mean, we've been living in a lot of us have been living in the same place we grew up in our whole lives. Do we want to spend our entire lives in just one place? Or do we want to get up and travel, invite your family over to another country, have Thanksgiving in Cabo, have Christmas in Cabo, anywhere in Thailand, in Tulum? Let me know down in the comment section, what is one place that you retire? Don't say Antarctica or something like that. You guys ain't retiring Antarctica. And if Elon come in on this video, you bet not say you want to retire on Mars, because it ain't happening. But let me know down in the comment section, where would you like to retire? Look it up and let me know what medium income it is over there in order to retire in that country, guys. I'm really interested to see what you guys say. A lot of you guys might say, hey, I'm born in the States, I'm gonna die in the States, I ain't moving out the States. And a lot of you guys might just move to South Africa, a whole completely different country. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say. But before we get off this video, make sure you guys pick up your 2 free stocks by signing up for Webull. The link is down in the description. Deposit $100, get your 2 free stocks. It's free money, guys. But other than that, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show, and I'm out. Peace.